You hear about that farm run by ghouls?
Hey, Carla,
Isn't that something?
Need to pick something up?
let's see what you got.
Yeah, keep your shirt on.
Building a collection or something?
Yes? something?
Hey, easy living. This ain't.
Hi, how are you?
Well, well. Nikki Valentine walks into my office for a change.
What can I say, Piper? You, me, and hard luck all seem to run together like acid rain down an old sewer.
You, including your client here in that analogy? So, you two are finally letting me in on this little case of yours. What's the story?
We need help, Piper.
The Institute. Oh boy. I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night, and sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there, but to this day, there's one thing nobody really knows.
Where the Institute actually is. Or how to get in.
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who just handed them Sean.
Kellogg. Huh.
Man like that would have had access. In and out.
But we both know that angle isn't going to work.
Because... he's dead.
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
He wasn't gonna talk. Even if I had a way of bringing him alive.
Gets his brains blown out. Huh. His brains. You know, we may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Goodneighbor. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memories.
I hope you're right, Nick.
Let's see.
Right?
Jesus, Nick. Gross. Seriously?
I know it's grit.
Sure. Actually,
Cybernetics, huh?
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all...
I have to go to the memory den either way, if I'm going to introduce you to Amari.
I'll head there on my own.
All right. See you at the den. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back. Just a few more steps.
While you two are out, I'm gonna...
Hey, Piper.
You know, the Institute has a lot of it.
Tell me about the Minutemen.
You know that group you rescued? They used to be a volunteer army.
Right? I should get going.
All right. You know, I still really appreciate the fact that you're not an idiot.
Thanks.
No, I didn't mean... This isn't the sort of... With my sister.
All right.
I'm just terrified she's gonna start taking up... I mean, think about the life we lead. I can't have her ending up like... It's part of the reason I'm on the... I keep thinking she'll just go back to being sweet. What do I do, Blue?
Uh-huh. You just love her. Family's precious.
You're right. Thanks, Blue. Who'd expect wandering off with a stranger?
Right.
They really don't make them like you.
The feeling's mutual, Piper.
Ain't that the truth? But hey, thanks again for listening. So, you wanna hit the road?
Piper.
Heading my way?
Sure, let's go.
Will do.
Look alive.
Just let me know. Where? To
Hey,
point the way. Hey.
We're always open. We sell everything. Stim packs, ammunition, outerwear.
sure. Let's see what you got.
The highest quality.
Maybe constantly trying to kill. Us, but Commonwealth never. Relax for excitement.
I gave up alcohol after settling down here. Doctor said I shot my liver. Nuka-Cola's the only thing I can drink that wakes me up. Otherwise, it's all...
Every weapon you see here could be the difference.
I'll take a look, sure.
A gun for...
Oh, your bag. Can't get enough looks of this lovely
Let's see what you have.
cash or trade. Let's get started.
Brotherhood of Steel. Better stay out of Good Neighbor.
Hey, Cleo.
Don't worry. I only test
Sure. Let's take a look.
each weapon.
Hi.
If you hit upon something, don't bother telling.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Remember, no returns, exchanges, or death threats.
Well, well, Mr. Valentine. I thought you had forgotten about the little meeting.
may have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Hey,
Here for Amari? She's downstairs. Whatever you and Nick are up to, I don't need to know. Just don't let the big metal softy hurt himself, all right?
Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
we need your help, Doctor. I need the memories from a man named Kellogg. But he's dead.
I know it's asking for a miracle, Amari, but you've pulled off the impossible before.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Please. Nick told me you're the only one.
This dead brain had it.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait. That's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Go on, Doctor.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, the brain implant could fit him. But that's an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. I'm well past the warranty date anyway.
Hey, I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking.
Nice.
Talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Tell me you have a way past this.
Let me think. We load both you and Mr. Valentine. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
All right, let's get...
Just sit down over there, and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
What were you hiding?
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on. Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find. Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Turn down the goddamn radio! I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead...
Trying to sleep!
California Republic. All 5 states have now signed on.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but, she loved me, and Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point... Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but, she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then. Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him.
This doesn't seem to
Maybe
be
at
what
some
we're
point in
looking
his life he
for.
wasn't a complete asshole.
There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. It's gonna be fine. You'll see. I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit, the gunslinger from the hub, rolling into town with the world at my feet. Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. And I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah, you gotta give it a chance.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Mind if we...
I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe. Suit yourself. There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another. There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it. There's always someone who wanted someone else dead.
Well, we seem to be getting
Sometimes
closer.
just
Try
roughed
this
up,
next
but
one.
dead was usually what they wanted. I don't remember much from that time. It all kind of blends together. There was almost always a bar, though. That's universal.
So,
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do.
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just... You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine.
As you can see.
What do you want?
It's...
First synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute.
Come to my attention.
First synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good. You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened.
One of these has got to
They
tell
were
us something.
real, all right.
We're
They
running
didn't
out
know
of
anything about operating on the surface.
Ah, there's one
Relied-
that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Cryogenic stasis suspended.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me.
all computers are still working. That's good.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me.
Memory.
But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
Is that your son?
Wasn't my
This
idea
appears to
to
be a
settle
very
down with
recent
a
memory.
kid in the middle of Diamond City.
Good news, I think.
I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Oh boy. This time. I mean, I'm not saying she's right, but Mayor.
Kellogg. It wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond. The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side. Okay. One of these days, you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
It's all over, but the dreaming.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
It's all over, but the
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
all over, but the crying, and nobody crying but me. Friends all over, know I'm crying to forget about how much I care for you.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good. But I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
We got what we needed. The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out.
Yes. Their greatest secret has finally been revealed. But that only leads to more questions. How does it work? Where do we go next?
That scientist, Kellogg, was supposed to track down. Virgil. We need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
If we need to find Virgil, then I'm going after him.
If you're going to go, be prepared. You'll need some way to combat the radiation there.
I'll find a way to get through the reds. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Repeating. This is Paladin Danse on frequency 9-5. All Brotherhood of Steel units are to return to the Cambridge Police Station immediately for reassignment. Repeating. This is Paladin Danse on frequency 9-5.
The memory den's not accepting.
All Brotherhood of Steel units are to return to the Cambridge Police Station immediately for reassignment. Repeating. This is Paladin Danse on frequency 9-5. All Brotherhood of Steel units are to return to the Cambridge Police Station immediately for reassignment. Repeating. This is Paladin Danse on frequency 9-5.
Now, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in
All Brotherhood of Steel units are to return to the Cambridge Police Station immediately for reassignment. Repeating. This is Paladin Danse on frequency 9-5. All Brotherhood of Steel units are to return to the Cambridge Police Station immediately for reassignment.
Look at
These
burn
were
marks.
here.
They must have spent a whole case of ammo holding this site.
Suppose that means we missed all the fun.
Cavalry's arrived. And it looks like they sent in the big guns.
That ship. I've never seen anything like it.
Amazing, isn't it? We call our ship the Prydwen. She's loaded with enough troops and supplies to mount a major offensive. If she's here, Elder Maxon's here. And that means we're going to war.
Gonna be a quick war with that thing on our side.
You two can't be that naive. That thing, it's just gonna escalate everything. You can't honestly believe it will stem the bloodshed.
That's the plan. If history's proven anything, it's that an overwhelming... That being said, you're about to get to know the Prydwen up close and personal. I've received orders that we're both to report to her immediately. Follow me up to the roof of the police station. We're going for a little ride.
You plan on completing that mission standing around, or what? Dance is waiting for you inside, recruit.
Oh god, mole rat on the stick. Really bad idea.
You haven't lived until you've tipped a Brahmin vertebrae.
That minigun in front of you is loaded and ready to fire. If you spot anything hostile during the flight, I suggest you put it to good use. Make sure you properly identify your targets before you start shooting. We don't want to have any mishaps and fire on the locals. The Commonwealth looks different from up here, doesn't it? It never ceases to amaze me how drastically your perception of the battlefield changes from the air. We're gonna need that edge when we take on the Institute. They've already proven that they're technologically superior, which means there's no telling what types of weapons they'll have in their arsenal. Hopefully, our air superiority and catches will know how to make the difference. Now all we have to do is find them. And I'm betting that Elder Maxon will have a plan already in place by the time we arrive. I wish everyone down there believed in our cause. But they've been blinded by rumors and misinformation. They don't realize that the Brotherhood of Steel is the Commonwealth's last hope for survival. Every man, woman, and child below is in mortal danger. If we fail, it's only a matter of time before the enemy overwhelms the population. Cleansing the Commonwealth is our duty, and I will gladly spill my own blood if it ensures our victory. We're on final approach to the airport. The Prydwen should be coming into view just ahead. We'll be meeting Lancer Captain Kells on the flight deck. Just stick close to me and answer all of his questions. Far too long since I've been aboard. All right, soldier. This is the moment when everything changes. I hope you're ready.
Go on.
Permission granted. Welcome back. Allow me to be the first to congratulate you.
Yes, sir. I field promoted her to initiate, and I'd like to sponsor her entry into our rankings personally.
Yes, we've read your reports. You'll be pleased to know that Elder Maxon's approved your request and placed the recruit in your charge.
Thank you, sir. And my current orders?
You are to remain on the Prydwen and await further instructions.
Very good, sir. Ad Victoriam, Captain.
Ad Victoriam. So, you're the one Paladin Danse has taken under his wing. You don't look much like a soldier to me.
Looks can be deceiving.
Which is precisely why I've read Paladin. You might expect the Brotherhood of... As the captain of this... Understood?
Absolutely.
Good. That's all. Your orders are to proceed to the command deck for the address. After which, Elder Maxson wishes to have a word with you. If you have any questions.
What are my orders?
Your orders are to proceed. Anything else?
What are my orders?
Your orders are to proceed. Anything else?
I don't have any questions.
Then I suggest you head over to Dismissed Initiate.
This area is under our protection.
Brothers and sisters, the road behind has been long and fraught with difficulty. Each and every one of you has surpassed my expectations by rapidly facilitating our arrival in the Commonwealth. You have accomplished this amazing feat without a hint of question. And most impressive, without question. Now that the ship is in position, it is time to reveal our purpose. And beneath the Commonwealth, there is a cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be cut before it infects the surface. They are experimenting with dangerous technologies that could prove to be the world's undoing for the second time in recent history. The Institute scientists have created a weapon that transcends the destructive nature of the atom bomb. They call their creation the Synth, a robotic abomination of technology that is free-thinking and masquerades as a human being. This notion that a machine could be granted free will is not only offensive, but horribly dangerous. And like the atom, if it isn't harnessed properly, it has the potential of rendering us extinct as a species. I am not prepared to allow the Institute to continue this line of experimentation. Therefore, the Institute and their synths are considered enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel, and should be dealt with swiftly and mercilessly. This campaign will be costly, and many lives will be lost. But in the end, we will be saving humankind from its worst enemy. Itself. Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam! Ad Victoriam!
Our vertibirds should give us the air
Elder
superiority
Maxson?
we need to win this war.
I care about them, you know. The people of the...
I can see that. They're playing with fire.
Exactly.
Don't worry. I'm convinced.
Paladin Dance's reports, and he concludes that you'd be an asset to us, seeing as he's one of my most...
Right.
Therefore, from this moment forward, I'm granting you the rank of knight. And
I'll do my best to live up to it.
I'm certain that you will. In any event, once you're finished becoming familiar with the Prydwen and my staff, report to the flight deck for your new orders. Welcome aboard the Prydwen, soldier. Make us proud.
Hey.
What can I do?
Internal monitoring active. Looks quiet.
Looks like we have a thruster imbalance. Tweaking pitch.
Hey there. Hey there.
Congratulations on the
Captain.
promotion,
Congratulations on the promotion, Knight. If you're looking for ammunition or weapon mods, Proctor
I believe
Tegan
you're
might have
needed
what you
elsewhere
need.
right now. We can talk later. I believe you're needed elsewhere right now. We can talk later.
System Delta's at 100%.
Status report.
Green across the board, sir. Nothing new.
Good. Carry on. In my experience, hot shots and big mouths end up with closed casket funerals.
Proctor Ingram said she needed this suit tested yesterday.
Yeah, I get it. Just... what if I miss?
Don't.
Okay, sure. Firing. Everything holding together?
Trust me, you'd know.
Good.
Yes.
Firing.
Keep you out.
All right. Everything looks nominal. And you...
Sweet.
Thanks, Initiate.
Sure. Anything. Thank God. I heard that Elder Maxon got that scar on his face from going one-on-one with a tentacle